What's going on, guys? It is currently July 22nd and 14:07 New York time. So, just want to do a post-market review and just kind of study the price action that we got today and see if there's anything I can pick up. Ended the day on a win. Took $730 across five of my trading combines. I'm still in trading combines, so I need to ramp those guys up. I think I still have like 2 weeks to pass those things, so gotta start getting some momentum going. But I'll probably just pay the subscription and just keep on working on them. So here's a 9:30 open right here. So prior to 9:30, we had sold off overnight. So Asia session, we came up here, prior day highs right here. We closed right here. This is our close on the prior day. And then Asia, we just pop up, take these highs out. We reject in this minute fair value gap, and then we sell off. And the interesting and kind of beautiful thing is look at this retracement. We get a retracement at 3:40. We really get it at like 4 o'clock. So we get that 4 o'clock macro in London retracement, and then we sell off at 7. And then right here, we get this really interesting move. And honestly, when I saw this, I was like, oh, this is ripe for longs. And what it was is we come down, we hit consequent encroachment of the regular trading hours gap from yesterday, which had never been hit. And I mean, it was just like perfect, like how we hit it. And so we hit it almost perfectly right here. We come up, and it's starting to look really good for buys. It's starting to look like, okay, we have this area right here. It's starting to look like open's going to be really good, and we might get like a little Judas swing down, and then we might move up. But before that happened, we got news. We got a Trump candle, and it shot down, and then instantly popped back up. So what this is, to me, what this told me was that this is a stop run. It wanted to stop everybody who's going long right here, right? So it comes down, stops all these people, gets liquidity, and then from there we just move up, right? So, and I kind of wish I would have just longed right here because it was just obvious to me. We had hit a pretty important level in price. The time was there. We were about 9 o'clock, and we got this inverse fair value gap. We came up here. We use it as support. So we get this inverse, come up, we use it as support, and then we just shoot up. We inverse this one, we use this as support, and then we shoot up, right? And then we got this high, we create an order block, test the order block, come up, test the order block, and then we hit 9:30, and then we go up. And I wanted to just wait until 9:30. I was just being cautious, which is probably the right move. It's not a bad thing to be cautious, but I was hoping that 9:30 would kind of sell off a little bit, maybe into this inverse fair value gap or into an order block or just something. I was hoping that we would get like a Judas swing down that I can enter on. But we didn't get it. Pretty much like at 9:30, we were just set, we were prime ready to hit. So 9:30 opens, we create this little fair value gap right here. And I'm gonna get rid of that. It's just a distraction. And we pump up, we pump up. We get this first presented fair value gap. And the first presented fair value gap, first utilization of that fair value gap is bullish, right? So this is the first time where we start to kind of do the opening price, like, wiggle, I guess, like kind of just, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And this would have been a good buy right here. Um, kind of create these level equal lows though right here, which was kind of concerning, but I wasn't too worried about it, honestly. It didn't concern me that much. Just because like everything was telling me that we were going bullish. We still had consequent encroachment of the regular trading hours gap below us. And so I kind of just thought, well, I think it'll be all right. But I didn't want to take right here because my target was right here, and I just felt like I don't know. It didn't really have that good of a spread. Turns out it would have been a good price, but you really don't know that. I mean, actually, 80 points is not bad, but we end up inversing, inversing, holding the inverse, and then we shoot up. We come back down. We meet this order block right here. Touch that order block, and then we go up. We take out these highs right here. So right there, that was like to me, this right here was the catalyst, I guess, to tell me, okay, we're gonna retrace and go higher, especially since we retraced right here. This occurs at 10 o'clock. Literally at 10 o'clock on the dot, we sell off and we get these like huge spikes up. This, to me, when I see this, it always makes me think that buyers are still in control and sellers are not, are just, they're just getting stopped out right here, right? And so it would just seem like a good place to just sell, or not sell, but to just wait. And I knew that we were going to go up. I just didn't know where. And I knew that we had a 5 minute fair value gap right here. We had this order block on the 5 minute chart right here. This is the first presented fair value gap from yesterday. And we also had a 15 minute fair value gap right here that we were in. And we literally candled right at the low of it. We did candle through it. But the thing that we played off of the most, on this first present was the first presented fair value gap from yesterday, and I had that pulled up, because ICT put it on his Twitter page. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and like utilize that because we utilized it right here, we utilized it right here. So obviously it was something that was important, and we needed to pay attention to it. And when I saw that we started candling down into that first presented fair value gap, and we weren't bodying into it at all, that was a strong signal to me that we were going to go up. The first buy that I took it right here, and I was thinking I was playing it off of this this order block right here. And I thought for sure like we're going to bounce off of this order block. Somewhere in this order block, we are going to reject and we're going to go up higher. And I was just convinced. We had these level equal highs right here, and then we had this buy side right here, right here. Like it just looked too right for buy side. And the fact that we were moving down so higher resistance, it just seemed right to me. So the first trade that I took was actually right here. And I took it like right here on this down candle. And I was using this wick just saying like I don't think we're gonna go past this. I think we're gonna go up above here. And fortunately, I had put it break even pretty quick because I went into drawdown and then it popped up and then I just went break even. I took a contract right here at that wick, and I just played that intelligently, and thank God, that was good. I just had a moment where I was being intelligent, I guess. And then I wasn't deterred. I wasn't deterred from the idea that we're gonna use this as a way to go up. And we then go down, and we also hit the midnight price. That was another thing for me. We tend to hit midnight price often, and that was just for me like I think it's gonna be something around here. But what happens is we sell off a little bit further into this breaker, and at this point you can look at like OTE. So we have the bottom, the top right here. The top was right there at 10 o'clock. Bottom right there. So OTE was way down there. And so, I mean, that's like that would have been the most beneficial entry. And even better than that was below 830. That would have been the best entry is down there below 830. But I didn't have I don't have that kind of foresight quite yet. So I didn't have it. My second trade, I took it a little early. We had displaced up. We created this fair value gap down. And I thought for sure like this is the move. We were getting really close into the macro, and so I took it around right here. On this inversion, that's right. So we had inversed this fair value gap like with no hesitation, no issue. And I had gone down, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this, assuming that we're gonna use this as like a support, and then we're gonna continue higher. We end up going down further, and I had my stop loss below the first presented fair value gap because I saw that we were using that, and we weren't candling like into that fair value gap. So we come back down further, we tap into it again, and I wasn't worried because I was like, well, if we candle into this first presented fair value gap, then I'm gonna be worried. But we were just laying down wicks, and so I wasn't really that concerned with it, and so I was pretty okay with having my stop loss right here. So I took quite a bit of drawdown on this guy. I took like what I entered like right here. So yeah, I was taking like 30 points of drawdown. I guess it's not terrible, it's not terrible drawdown really. But I held it. I was super confident in my draw. And again, we get these two fair value gaps coming out of there. We get a breakaway gap, we get a breakaway gap, we get a breakaway gap, we get three breakaway gaps. And that's when I knew like, oh, okay, I'm right. Like we're going to where I think we're going to go. I take a contract right here. And this occurs at 10:55. We get our first like breakaway gap on the 10:56 candle. And so this is during the 11 o'clock macro, just right on time. Boom, I take a contract right there. I take a contract right there. And then my final contract, I took a couple contracts on these. I took it like right here, and I wanted to take it over to these external buy side, which I still think we're gonna hit today. Um, Maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens here. We're definitely in a place where um we would want to see it start moving to that direction here pretty soon. So maybe we hit it, maybe we don't. We might hit it during Asia. But yeah, so it just seemed like, we had already gotten up to like, almost all of the RTH gap also, which was very convincing for me. We had candled right through the consequent encroachment of the RTH gap. So our sell-off was here. There was just so many things that was convincing me. We had the first presented that we weren't candling into. We had this breaker right here, or this order block right here. We had the 11 o'clock macro. We had this inversion right here. We have the RTH gap, so we had the halfway point of the RTH gap, and we have midnight right here. Like it just all seemed like it was lining up, and so I was just very convinced. And we had the equal level highs right here. I just was so convinced that we were gonna go up. I wish I would have taken it a little bit, because sometimes patience pays off, but sometimes you just got to get in, because like it just does what it's gonna do, and it just gets out of there, right? So I took it, I held it, and we went up here. I sold contracts along the way, and it ended up being a W. So I wanted to hold till up here because that's my external buy side, but I'm glad I didn't. I sold like right or here, so I sold right at the top of that run, which was awesome. And thankful for that. So we got through that daily fair value gap. We got through that hour fair value gap, but now we're selling off. I still think and if we don't do it now or in today's PM session, like we're gonna do it later. So, um, but yeah, I mean, price was just like so so perfect, man. I mean, we had the optimal trade. Like if you look at it from here, we're gonna hit that Asia low one day. Look at we're at 50% of the leg right here. I mean, so from the low of the external low to the external high, the one that we made yesterday, we're sitting at 50% of that leg right there in that area. We swipe out these lows, we get that Trump candle, and we move up. So W on the day for me. Um, and I just want to see like these runs right here. When the price does this thing where it just like stops everybody out and then goes up, it's so because it does it quick. It doesn't do it in like a little like slow fashion. It's just boom, stops everybody out. Doesn't want anybody long, wants to destroy confidence, and then boom, starts moving up. Takes out these highs, takes out these highs. And when you see things like that, I don't know, like it doesn't seem super risky to bet that, okay, they just wanted to stop everybody out because the price is going to move up. Um, yeah, and so that's kind of what Price did today, and that's what we saw, and it's just super amazing to watch how Price operates based on time. Midnight price, 8:30 price, come up, tap it, like we're playing with this area, and then we move. We use this for inverse for value gap as support. We use this inverse for value gap as support. We hit the open. We get a fair value gap right here. It's interesting that we get this little play right here on the first presented for fair value gap. We come up, do this for first presented for value gap. We sell off into it. We look like we're going to go lower, stop everybody out. We come right through it. 10 o'clock on the dot, we sell off. Boom. There's the high. We swipe this high right over here. Or no, we don't even swipe it. Like we just create equal highs right there. Just obvious as all get out. Yeah, I'm super happy with that. I think I took the best play of the day, and I mean, barring this one, that'd have been a great play too. But at this time, we didn't really have like too many. We had these highs actually right here, so that'd have been a good play. And there's technically like a data high, I guess, right here. You can, or right here, you could play that off of. Still have this data low below, and let's see. We hit consequent correction at RGH midnight. I mean, this price day after day, it does the same exact things, man. Like it hits midnight, it moves from midnight. At 10 o'clock, we get a move. At 11 o'clock, we get the move. It just plays around between these times. And now we're sitting in this area where it's hitting this high right here, right? Where you're gonna look at this leg, we're way below optimal trade entry, right? For this leg. What we would want to see is some kind of like movement from this area, from this like breaker. And then a move up higher. And we have like these like kind of clean highs right here. Boom. Take out that high. Needs to go down and gather liquidity. It's not moving with like, massive amounts of um force. It's kind of just like so I think we're gonna candle up here somewhere on the day, personally. I don't know if we're gonna take out this external like today or tomorrow night, but you can look at yesterday's price action too. Yesterday. We do that kind of same thing. Look at this. So we had that price action that was like crazy, right? All the way down to the sell. The right idea was to wait until it hit midnight price and then buy from midnight. That's what I should have been doing. We were in a bullish market. So the key is, I think the key in it that I'm finding out is finding the correct bias for the week or for the day. I mean, for the week, really. This week, I think we're probably going to be in a bullish market until the end of the week, right? To begin the week, we had the sell-off or accumulation, right? So that Asia session and Monday, this is Monday, right? So we kind of have this moment, we sell off, take out these lows, take out these lows, leave these equal level lows down below. It's just so nice. I think those are going to be a target someday. And then we get this massive buy overnight. So we get these massive buys overnight. Reaccumulation of longs right here, stopping out all of the longs prior. We get a buy right here. We get another reaccumulation. We get a buy, and then we get this rebalancing effect. Again, we get this reaccumulation. And I think we're going to continue higher, probably, hitting like somewhere around here, or I don't know. I don't know if we're going to play off of this first presented fair value gap. I feel like we've already kind of balanced out this range, so there's no really need to go any lower. I would like to see us move higher from here. But that is the price action. Let's see what we're looking at here on the hours. The old hour. So as you can see, we have this area down here. So that might be what we're trying to do, is we have this area right here on the 1 hour. It needs to be balanced out right there. So we might come down a little bit lower, balance this out, and then that'll be enough to push us over through this 1 hour fair value gap, do the daily, and then up into this area right here. We still have all of this, like these RTH gaps have not been like rebalanced at all. These midnight prices haven't been hit, so I imagine that we're trying to go up there. Cool. So that's my post-market review. That's kind of what I've saw for the day. Felt like today was a good day. I feel calm in my trades. I've kind of accepted that I might lose, and that's okay. Um, I'm here for the long run. I'm here to like learn this game, and I just want to keep on getting better at it. And it's kind of come to a point where it's like an obsession, and I think like I just feel so confident that I'm going to figure this out, and that this is something I'm gonna do for a long time. So, anyways, post market review for the journal. See y'all later.